Do all the wonderful things. Do all the wonderful things. Do all the wonderful things. And boom, there we are. We're live on Twitch. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Twitch. We're live on YouTube. If you're over on Twitch, if you're over on YouTube, first of all, what up, YouTube? Make sure that you are liking the stream. You should be able to see me now. Should be able to see me now. Like the stream. And also Twitch. What up, Twitch? Guys, if you are, we're almost there. We're almost there. I'm going to reset this daily gift goal again. We're just going to keep resetting into these little 1-cent goals. It will help push us out to the FYP. If you are not following, listen, I know you might be like, oh, you know, I follow Santana, right? If you're not following on this account, make sure you follow this account. Make sure you follow the backup account. Listen, we're trying to work some things out. We're trying to get everything figured out. We're going to do it together, but I need everyone's support. So again, as soon as I'm going to reset this daily gift goal, reset it to another little 1-cent goal. Again, if we can keep knocking these out, it will push us out to the FYP and we can get more people in here. If you are someone that disagrees with anything on the background, get in the box. Get in the box. If you're someone that disagrees with anything, get in the box. If you're someone that for some reason disagrees that moderates aren't mediocre, yes, moderates are mediocre. If you disagree, get in the box. If you're someone that for some reason doesn't think that MAGA is a cult for life, get in the box. If you are someone that actually doesn't think that the left is lazy, get in the box. If you're someone that doesn't think that MAGA puts their feelings over facts, get in the box. And if you're a non-voter or a third-party voter because you're a non-voter, get in the box because you're the worst. FTG something or other. Are you? I'm sorry. What do you disagree with on the background?
Well, you know, I'm a big Trump guy myself.
You're a Trump guy.
Yeah.
Okay. So which point, I guess, on the background do you disagree with then?
I disagree with you being against MAGA.
Who said that? Okay. You say you disagree with me being MAGA, so you don't think MAGA's a cult?
I mean, not everybody.
Okay, cool. All right, well, let's go ahead and get into it. I just wanted to make sure that I could actually go through a little bit of a verification. And so we'll go ahead and get started. And I'm sorry, what can I call you, friend? Because your username's a little weird.
You can call me Miss.
I'm just going to call you Steve. You took too long. Steve. All right, Steve. So we're going to go ahead and get into it, Steve. Steve, do you know who I am?
No.
Okay, listen, Steve, that's fair. That's fair. That's actually a fair statement, even more so because this account isn't, you know, popping like my my actual main, right? So again, guys, if you're not following this account, follow this account. Hey, Steve, listen, the thing is, I got smoke for everybody. And with that being said, I just have to make sure that everyone knows what's about to happen here.
What's about to go down, bro?
Oh, yeah. You're much more of a Thanos.
You could not live with your own failure. Where did that bring you? Back to me. The hardest choices require the strongest wills. This day extracts a heavy toll.
Listen, Steve, I want you to understand that I am not the good guy in this situation. I am not a friendly. I don't care if it's you, a Trump supporter. I don't care if it's a non-voter. I don't care if it's someone on the left. Everybody's getting the smoke.
That was kind of an aura reset, though, no?
That's a what?
That was kind of like an aura reset. Like, it kind of reset your whole aura.
Yeah, well, listen, I'm not aura farming, but I do, you know, I put on. Anyway, listen, Steve, with that being said, you don't think that MAGA's a cult. That accurate?
Not in all cases.
Okay, cool. So, Steve, question for you. If you have people who absolutely refuse to hold an individual accountable, no matter what they do, no matter what they say, you don't think that's cult-like behavior? Well, you don't think that if they actually refuse to even say that this person did anything wrong, that's not cult-like behavior.
Who knows what they're refusing though?
Say it again.
I mean, who knows what's who? Who knows who, what, when? Who's refusing anything? You know?
Well, okay, cool. Hey, let's go through a quick thought experiment, Steve. Did Donald Trump lose the 2020 election?
Yeah.
Cool, perfect. Is Donald Trump a 34 count felon?
Yeah, technically.
Perfect. Did Donald Trump get held civilly liable for raping E. Jean Carroll?
It was technically for sexual assault, not rape, but sure.
Okay, so it's semantics because of the actual time that in New York, what the difference between grape and essay was, even though he forcefully penetrated her vagina against her will. I mean, that's great, no?
Well, I mean, people say that he did.
Yes
but,
or
you
no?
know.
Pretty simple.
Well, he didn't do that.
No, pretty simple. Yes or no?
No.
Okay, so you don't think that someone forcefully penetrating a woman is not grape?
I don't think that it's not grape.
That's the question. Is it grape? Yes or no? If you actually forcefully penetrate another person, man or woman, if you forcefully penetrate them against their will, is that grape? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay, then. He raped E. Jean Carroll.
No, he didn't.
Okay. See,
I mean, he could have, but
you almost had it. You were almost there of not being in the cult. So tell me why? Because I mean, he was convicted, right? You do understand the only reason, well, there's two reasons that he wasn't actually convicted of grape, right? Or
so long
yeah.
ago.
So no. Well, one, it's because at the time, the actual it's one reason really. At the time in New York, the standard for grape was if a man, or in this situation, if Donald Trump's member, his little Trumpy, his Trump Jr., or whatever you want to call it, had actually went inside E. Jean Carroll. E. Jean Carroll couldn't tell if it was Donald Trump's member or if it was his fingers. She couldn't tell. That's the only reason that it wasn't defined as grape. Also, why are you putting your Cash App or your Venmo in the chat?
Yeah,
no one's gonna send you anything. No one's gonna send you anything. Anyway, so with that being said, that's the only reason that it wasn't.
Adios.
No one sent you a Venmo. Anyway, Steve, acknowledge what I just said.
I don't think Trump did it.
Why? He was convicted. Like literally, a jury of his peers held him civilly liable. They said he did it. So Steve, what is it about you that gets to say you don't think he did it, even though he actually went to court, had his day in court, which, he doesn't for some reason believe in that now, but had his day in court and was actually found civilly liable?
Well, because they didn't let him submit his DNA.
Oh, who was that on?
I don't know, the judge.
No. Hey, Steve, what do you actually know about that?
Hella?
What do you know about Donald Timothy Trump submitting his DNA?
Hella. I know hella.
What?
I know hella about it.
Okay, cool. So tell me about it. Why didn't he submit his DNA?
Well, he tried to.
Yeah. Did he? Is that your mom? Did she say the meatloaf's ready? Hey, mom! Hey, mom! Meatloaf, mom! Sorry, meatloaf! Is the meatloaf ready?
I just had to tell my mans to shut the fuck up.
Stop it. You know that was your mom telling you when the meatloaf was ready. You know that. Hey, Steve.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop fucking lying.
Steve, there's no reason to be embarrassed about your mom telling you the meatloaf was ready. Anyway.
That was just my man's.
Yeah, I hear you. Anyway, so you said, quote unquote, hella, right? That's what you said, hella, about why Trump was not able to actually submit his DNA. So tell me why. What happened?
Alicia calling me a cultist in the comments. Man, Alicia, you can get up here.
Hey, Steve, focus. Focus, Steve.
Oh shit, my bad, dude.
Steve, you said you know hella, so tell me why.
Dude, they didn't let him.
Why? Why, Steve? Why didn't they let him?
He's too baller. I don't know.
Yeah, but you just said that you knew hella, Steve.
Because he balls too hard.
Okay, yeah, so you don't know. All right, Steve, the reason why Donald Trump could not actually submit his DNA evidence is because he was given plenty of time to submit. I want to say it was either a year or 2 years. I got to look this up to be specific. It was over a year. I know that. But he was given a certain amount of time to actually submit his DNA evidence, which he stalled and refused. And then, 2 years. There it is, 2 years. And then the actual judge put a cutoff time on him being able to submit his DNA. And then he waited until after the cutoff time and then tried to submit his DNA, Steve.
Damn it, Donald.
All right, Steve, I feel like you're being disingenuous at this point.
I'm not.
All right, well, Steve, like, what do you know? I mean, Steve, okay. So you're already like, I mean, the simple fact of the matter is if you're fighting a case that's been litigated and won, and not only, Steve, what happened? Why did E. Jean Carroll sue Donald Trump?
I don't know.
Steve, if you don't know why E. Jean Carroll sued Donald Trump, if you don't know why Donald Trump was actually able to submit his DNA, if you don't know any of these things, Steve, how can you be so adamant about Donald Trump being innocent unless you're in a cult?
I'm just like pretty sure he's innocent.
Why? Is it the Steve, it's the other one. It's the other one. You're putting your feelings over the facts. Got it. Why didn't you just say that, Steve?
Facts over feelings.
No. You put your feelings over facts.
Yes, sir. Facts over feelings. That's just how I do it. Facts.
No.
I'm strict.
No, Steve. You put your feelings over facts. You haven't given any facts. I've given you multiple facts, and you've leaned into your feelings.
Oh, I'm mostly a facts over feelings guy.
I hear you, Steve. Hey, Steve, you want to give me any actual facts about Donald Trump, about, people that's been willing to actually accept any and everything that he says or does? Like, can you give me anything, Steve? What are we doing here, bud?
He drips too hard. I mean, like,
I hear you. Drips too hard. Ride this wave. Anywho, get in the box. Get in the box. Listen, guys, this is not a MAGA live. This is not a MAGA live. This is not about MAGA. Is MAGA going to catch these hands? Absolutely. But this is about everybody. It's about the mediocre moderates. And let's be clear. For some reason, TikTok has an abundance of mediocre moderates running around here lately. People that just want to straddle the fence close enough to the fence where they're not on the wrong side.
Oh shit, am I in here? Oh, what's up?
Is this Midwest Prodigy?
Yeah, what's up?
Midwest Prodigy, are you Steve?
No.
Was I just talking to you? What's happening with your sound?
I don't know. What is it doing?
It's doing something funky. Hey, is this Midwest Prodigy? Are you Steve?
No, my name's Danny.
I hear you. Hey, does Donald Trump have drip?
No. I
Mm,
was just coming on to see if you heard about the Patriot or the white supremacists in Kansas City right now this weekend.
no, I haven't. But hey, let's engage with the actual background first. So, Danny, you said?
Yes.
All right, cool. Danny, what do you disagree with on the background? Did you vote left? Did you vote right? Are you a non-voter? Which one?
I voted for Kamala.
Oh, okay, perfect. So, are you a moderate?
What would that mean exactly?
A couple of things. Let's run through a quick thought experiment with you. Let's say universal
easier if I
health care. Should
told
everyone
my
have
basic
universal
ideals?
health care?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Free Palestine.
I don't think I know enough about that to
Mm,
say.
got it.
I'm not pro-Israel.
Mm-hmm. Got it. What do you think about DEIA?
What's the A stand for?
Accessibility. What do you think about DEIA? Huh?
It's a good thing.
Think it's a good thing? Okay.
I don't think it's you get hired based off race. That's the misconception, right?
Cool. Who do you think is a better presidential candidate in 2028? Kamala Harris or AOC?
Better candidate. I mean, honestly, I don't know enough about both of them. I would just to say AOC. Just I think she'd be the younger one. I think she'd be able to get more of the younger vote to actually have a better chance of winning, especially after Kamala already lost the first time. I don't think she has a chance of winning again.
Okay. Yeah, you don't seem too moderate. But you're up here, and I hear that you wanted to talk about something else, but I would much prefer to engage with the background. So do you think the left is lazy?
I mean, that's broad.
It's specific.
No.
Tell me why you don't think the left is lazy.
Can you tell me why you think the left is lazy?
I will, but I want to hear why you say that they're not before I tell you why they are.
I don't know. I guess I consider myself left, and most people I know work that are left. So I mean, if it's just being lazy, if it's just consideration,
that's a fair statement. Do you think the left is lazy politically? Politically speaking, is the left lazy to you?
They could do better, yes.
Yeah, but are they lazy?
Sure, yeah, I'll agree with that. I could probably get behind that.
All right. Well, listen, it doesn't sound like there's a debate here. You're not really pushing back on the background. So you said you wanted to talk something about the white supremacists in Kansas City. What happened?
It was just something I just seen. Yeah, it's happening right now. Thomas Russo with the Patriot Front or Front Patriot, I think it's called. They gathered a bunch, the U-Hauls, and they're at the World War I museum.
Are they all running around with the mask on and hiding their faces because they're a bunch of bitches?
100%. Bunch of losers.
That's what they do. That's what mediocre men do. It's weird. They're weak. They're insignificant. Yeah.
I don't.
You know what's funny about all of that, though?
What's that?
They think they scare people. Like, that's the interesting thing.
Let me ask this. Why? I don't think, I'm all for free speech. I don't think they should have a platform like that where they can openly talk and promote that type of hateful speech. I don't think hate speech is free speech. Yeah, no, I don't either. Also, I believe in people have the freedom to say whatever they want. They do. They absolutely do. They don't have the freedom of consequences. Agreed.
So whatever happens after they say or do whatever they want, they got to deal with it. They got to stand on it.
So anyway, one of the things I think is kind of, you see how people are so like open and loud now? And I think one of the biggest things is, and I hate to try to throw it in like this, but one of the main reasons I think Trump won was because of this Christian vote.
Yeah,
And a lot
no,
of the people
listen,
I
Donald
work
Trump
with
played
that are, like,
Christians, and they don't understand.
well,
But
they'll still die with it. Like, you know what's going on in
that's
Georgia
because they're
with
in a
that whole
cult.
thing. Okay, so we can't agree on. Okay, so I mean,
Yeah.
I guess the people that don't know they're in the cult are in the cult.
Yeah. Well, listen, I'm gonna go ahead and drop you down because it doesn't sound like there's a debate here. I appreciate you coming up, though, my friend.
Yeah, I didn't know you were looking for debate. I thought you were just looking to talk. But
No. But I appreciate you.
Yeah, man. Thanks, man. Love your content.
Thank you. All right, guys, listen, if you are requesting up, please, let's make sure we understand what's happening here. This is Sparring with Santana. We are looking for debates. We are looking for debates because I got smoke with everyone. I am absolutely looking for debates. So only request up if you disagree with the background. If you don't think that you are a mediocre moderate, and moderates are mediocre, period. If you're someone that stands in the same vein as Joseph Robinette Biden, don't get me wrong, he was a good president. But if you think, as a matter of fact, if you're someone that thinks that voting for Barack Obama to become president again is a good idea, get in the box. Get in the box. Because you're a mediocre moderate. Yeah, I said it. You might not like it, but I said it. If you are someone who does not believe that MAGA is a cult and you're in for life, get in the box. Get in the box. If you're someone that doesn't think the left is lazy politically, then get in the box. Get in the box. If you are someone on the right that supports MAGA, and for some reason you don't think that you put your feelings over facts, get in the box. And last but not least, but if you are a non-voter, and listen, when I say non-voter, I mean you voted third party. I don't care if it was for Jill Stein, Cornel West, Kanye West. I don't care who you voted for. If you voted third party, you're a non-voter. And you're the worst. Get in the box. Non-voter here, get in the box, bad cat. Because listen, it's your fault, bad cat. If you're a non-voter, it's your fault. Literally. Yes, you're the worst. You're the worst. Get in the box. Request up. Guys, keep tapping the screen. Let's go ahead and get the likes up to 50,000 likes. Let's get the shares up to 200 shares. Also, guys, just a reminder, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all of my pay links are in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks 24. Santana Speaks 24 is the best way to support the live. If you enjoy the information, education, entertainment, please consider donating. Everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. Also, if you're over on YouTube, what up, YouTube? What up, Twitch? If you're over on YouTube, don't forget to like the stream, and you can actually support the live with a YouTube super chat. If you send the YouTube super chat, I will read that out. So, guys, yeah, anything is appreciated. We got Britta in the box. Britta, how are you today?
I'm doing phenomenal.
Good. Listen, I've been around listening to people drag you on these TikTok streets. Man, this is wild. Why do people give you such a hard time?
I'm the GOAT.
You sure about that?
I'm so sure about it.
You sure about that?
Yeah, I'm sure about it.
I hear you, Britta. All right, cool, Britta. Hey, tell me this.
Yeah.
Which one do you disagree? Do you disagree that you're in a cult because you're MAGA, or do you disagree that you, for some reason, don't put your feelings over facts?
I do not put my feelings over facts.
Okay. All right, Britta. So you're saying you're not emotional?
I'm not saying that I don't have emotion that I sometimes show. I'm just saying that my decisions aren't based on those emotions.
Okay. I mean, that's a fair statement. That's actually a fair statement. Cool. Britta, tell me this.
Yeah.
Name one thing that Donald Timothy Trump has done since coming back into office that's benefited the majority of Americans.
The majority of Americans, I would say, We still haven't fully passed the big beautiful bill. That's still
which is crap. But anyway, it's something that he's done that benefits the majority of Americans.
Don't be nervous, bro. Relax. Right?
Name something that he's done that's benefited the majority of Americans.
The majority of Americans, the same thing that I told you on them other people's lives. I told you he signed those 3 EOs. That's 141.
Yeah, we've already done the 3 EOs. You know for a fact that those aren't. I've already shot those down. Don't play in my face, brother. Brother, don't play in my face. Come on, man. Like, this is me and you. Hold on, seriously. This is me and you. We've already done this song and dance. Don't play in my face with something we've already talked about.
You have, if you're asking a redundant question that has been asked before,
the question that I want to know,
has already been the answer.
The question that I want to know is, what has Donald Trump done in office to benefit the majority of Americans? Because I can tell you multiple things that he's done that has harmed the majority of Americans.
Mm-hmm. Like what?
Yeah, like market manipulation, right? Actually throwing tariffs around left and right, taking them off, putting them back on. Not only has he actually interrupted the supply chain as far as materials coming in from China, but he's also at multiple times crashed the stock market, allowing certain people like Marjorie Taylor Greene to buy stock and make $30 million. At the same time, he has decreased consumer confidence, and he's also started a battle with the Fed, right, where for some reason he's playing a game of chicken, thinking they're going to drop inflation rates, when Jerome Powell keeps saying that, I'm sorry, not inflation rates, interest rates. Good catch. Anyway, and Jerome Powell has said over and over and over, that's not what he's going to do. So Donald Trump has actively harmed harmed everyday Americans in multiple ways.
Okay, first and foremost, he's I'm gonna preface it by repeating myself because that's my stance, and I'm gonna go.
I hear you. Go ahead, you got it.
So at the end of the day, he did prioritize drilling oil deregulation in that sector. Mm-hmm. That has brought the price of crude oil down. We know that this is
not true.
A cost.
That's not true.
This is a cost that we share.
But that's not true. That's not true.
Oil per barrel has not gone down.
No, he hasn't prioritized drilling that caused oil prices to go down. That's not happening.
I literally gave you the EOs 14154.
I hear you, and we've talked about those EOs, and those EOs don't actually do anything. We've talked. No, hold on, brother. Again, you're not gonna play in my face. Has actual drilling increased?
Yes, drilling.
Okay, perfect. Give me an actual source where I can verify that drilling has increased from under the Biden administration to now.
Okay, I want to make the distinction between drilling and producing. Please let me finish, bro. I want to make the distinction between drilling and producing. Okay, producing is pumping already drilled wells, which is it's already in a supply that's already accounted for. All right, drilling is creating new holes that add supply and volatility to the market, bringing prices down. Right? Are you telling me that he has not started drilling, or are you saying that because Biden produced the most, that what Trump is drilling doesn't mean anything?
What I'm saying, what I'm saying is, first and foremost, you said drilling. That's why I kept saying drilling, right?
Drilling, I'm making the distinction.
You use the word drilling, and so that's why I use the word drilling. But specifically, are you saying, because we can say drilling, we can say producing. Which one do you actually want to talk about? No, I'm saying we can talk about either or. Which one do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about drilling because
okay, so you want to talk about drilling specifically.
Yeah.
Okay, so your stance is that Donald Trump has come into office and started drilling more than they were drilling under the Biden administration.
Yeah, because Biden wasn't making new holes.
Perfect. Where can we verify that information?
All right, give me 1 second as I pull up the
Sure, no worries. Here, I'll give you this.
Do not put that dun dun dun. So you are a cornball, bro. Hey, quick.
No. Find the source. What you got?
I got over here, I'm on energynow.com.
Energynow.com.
Yeah, there's no government source that speaks to drilling like that. So
energynow.com. Okay, cool. With energynow.com, how do I actually verify the actual viability of this source?
Viability, is the website alive?
No, meaning that is it something that we can actually use as a source of truth? Is it somewhere that has credited information that we can actually verify?
All right, let's go to the Energy Administration. Give me a second. Give me a second, buddy. Which I don't think Energy Information speaks to drilling, but I'm on the site often. But let me check.
Mm-hmm. Guys, keep tapping the screen. Let's go ahead and get the likes up to 50,000 likes. Let's get the shares up as well, guys. If you have not sent your daily heart me, go ahead and send it. It's only 1 coin, and it will help boost the live and push us out to the FYP. And guys, please remember, when you send your daily heart me, you have to go back up and you have to hit claim. You have to claim it. If you do not claim, it will not count. So make sure you go back up, hit the little orange heart, and then hit claim. And then that will allow, oh, thank you for the balloons. That will allow you to actually claim your heart me as well. We got Britta up here. Britta's trying to actually somehow say the United States has actually drilled more under this Trump administration.
I never said that.
Britta, I clarified with you. I said, are you talking about drilling or producing? And you said drilling. You said that, Britta.
Drilled more. What I'm telling you is that the EOs facilitated.
No, and we said that I talked about the EOs. I said, can you give me a source to prove that Trump is drilling more than Biden?
Biden didn't drill.
That's why we don't. That's why we're not talking about the EOs. That's why you said, "Oh, yeah, you could talk about drilling, and drilling is the new holes that you put in the ground." And Listen.
Why are you mocking the truth?
No, I'm mocking you because you said drilling. You said that he is drilling more than Joe Biden, and I said, prove it.
I said he started drilling because Joe Biden was producing. He did not create new holes. I never said.
Okay, so prove that Donald Trump is drilling more than Joe Biden, because that's what I've said over and 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 over.
Embarrassing.
Your sound effects are so corny, bro.
I hear you. Hey, do you have that source for me yet, Britta?
Yeah, I'm over here on the EIA. You know, I have to read through
cool.
this stuff, right?
So tell me where on the EIA, because fun fact, I'm there as well. Tell me where on the EIA it actually says that Donald Trump is drilling more than Joe Biden.
I never said that he was drilling more than Joe Biden.
That's what you said. All right, cool. Britta, listen. Britta, Britta, listen. I've clarified with you multiple times. I've clarified with you multiple times. Just because, no, I'm holding you accountable for your words, and you're having a hard time with that one.
As I see here in the Energy Information Administration, in the Energy Administration, right? We had an uptick in May, right? We had an uptick in May in oil rigs, but as of recently, we went down 2 oil rigs. We went down 2, all right? Meaning drilling has started, but it's ceased and slowed down since then. What you have to understand is—
Hey, Britta, where are you looking? Where are you looking? Because again, I'm on EIA right now. Tell me specifically what you're looking at. How do I get to where you are?
Hold on a second, because I hit like 40 tabs to get here. Hold on. Yo, stop like a black woman, bro. You are a male.
Yeah, listen, you can't gaslight me. You can't trigger me. Get that information, bud.
I'm not gaslighting you, bro.
You are a male. Stop.
Get that information. Listen, I know. Your feelings are starting to bubble up. You're getting emotional. You don't like that I'm actually holding your feet to the fire. Cool. Get that information, brother.
This nigga is crazy.
I hear you. Get that information. Listen, you're going to learn today. You're going to learn today. For some reason, you always jump live to live and you try to do or say things to actually obfuscate the conversation. You like to actually push people outside of their main point. But guess what? I have ADHD and I take medication for my ADHD. And so I can get hyper fixated on the things that I have. Oh, I also see your boy, was it Sorrento? Listen, hold on. No, I'm bringing this ass clown up right here because he has a boner for you for some reason. I remember he was in my inbox. No, we don't have to mute him. I sent him an invite. He has a boner for you, and he was like, debate brother. Listen, I'm slapping your boy around, and I want you to get in the box. I sent you an invite. Get in the box. Right now? Anyway,
crazy, bro.
Anyway, what are we looking at?
You're crashing. Right?
What are we looking at?
This is drilling productivity.
Okay, no. What were you supposed to be doing, brother?
EIA.
No. What were you supposed to be doing?
What was I supposed to be doing? Showing you.
I said, tell me, how do I get to where you are? You said, hold on, give me a second. I got 40 tabs. I got to go back. I said, cool. Now tell me, how do I get where you are, brother?
Bro, just figure it out, bro.
No, brother.
Why do you say my name?
Because first and foremost, I'm not giving you the big box, so no one can actually see. It's brother, like the filter. Anyway,
you do that on purpose?
Yeah, I do. Anyway, so with that being said, I need you to tell me, how do I get to where you are so I can see the information for myself?
I guess I could give you the URL, right? Because I'm not telling you tap here.
Sure. Give me the URL.
EIA.gov /petroleum/drilling. Like, all right.
Okay, hold on. I'm not seeing that. Hold on one second. You said, let me make sure I got this right. So I'm already here. All I did was add the backslashes on. So I got EIA.gov /petroleum/drilling. Is that accurate?
Yes. Yep.
Oh, okay. Give me 1 second. Let me make sure. Nothing else needs to be here, right?
No, nothing else.
Okay. Let's see. All right. Perfect. So I am here it is, petroleum and other liquids. Perfect. So beginning 2014, we published the All right. So tell me what you're talking about. And just an FYI, all of this information is from 2014, which Donald Trump has not been.
Really?
And Donald Trump has been in office since 2025. So I'm looking at this chart. I'm looking at this information, and this says the release date on this was May 13th, 2024. It has for May, June.
I don't know where you got that from, broski.
I literally went to the site that you told me to.
Bro, I don't know where you got that from, bro. I really don't.
You literally told me, you said EIA.gov /petroleum/drilling. That's what you said, right? And then I said, okay, cool, petroleum and other liquids. You said, okay.
Show you 2024. I don't know where you are. I'm over here. It's 2024.
Okay.
Drilling.
Okay, wait. Yeah.
I don't know what you want.
So where's 2025? That's my point.
Show you relative numbers, bro. Why this is a wide argument. What's wrong with you? Let me speak, bro.
Okay, but Britta, how can you give me any information on the Trump administration if it doesn't have information from 2025?
I'm coming to 2025.
Okay, cool. I'll give you the floor. Go ahead.
Thank you. All right. So here we have consumption, and then we have the stock exchange. We don't have that. This is the monthly crude oil prices. We're
not talking about oil prices. We're talking about drilling. Don't try to conflate the two. Keep going.
All right, hold on a second, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Because I told you that the rig count did go down in the past month.
Mm-hmm.
2 rigs. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm telling you that it is an uptick from where it was. I have to show you 2024.
Mm-hmm.
I have to show you that it affect, because you said, how did it affect, how has he done good for the American population? So I'm showing you the prices go down.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I have to compare it. Can I have the floor, please? Now that I prefaced it with this, is that clear for you?
Mm-hmm.
They're saying, trust me, bro, in the comments, while I have the energy administration on the screen. This shit is ridiculous.
Yeah, I hear you. Listen, I'm just gonna go ahead and let's see. What is this? So you don't want to talk about the production of oil, right? That's not where you want to go.
We can they're still producing oil from already pumped wells.
Okay, so you want to talk about drilling. So I do see the information about production, and I see why you don't want to talk about production. Okay, cool. Finish. Go ahead. I'm actually going to give you the floor, and I'm not going to interrupt. You got it. You got it.
Talk about production.
You got it.
What do you think that I don't want to talk about production for?
No, you got it. Go ahead.
All right. Thanks, bro.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So hold on a second. Now I lost the tab for the drilling. Give me a second.
Mm-hmm.
I have the tabs open. Hold on a second. Hold on.
Yeah, let's see here.
Jeez, man, this crazy, bro. You're a crazy guy. You're a crazy guy.
Yeah, I hear you. Hey, how about that information? Do you have it? Do you have it yet? Do you have it, brother? Do you have it? Do you have it?
Do I have what?
Do you have the information verifying that Donald Trump is hey, if you were making this claim, then why wouldn't you actually have that information? Because I've found multiple things to actually counteract the claim that you've made in the amount of time that you're trying to find the information that you use to make the claim.
Because as we see here, we forecast prices will fall to an average 66.
We're not talking about forecasting prices. We're not talking about that, bud. You know that. We're talking about the fact that Donald Trump is drilling. You don't want to talk about producing. You're talking about, oh, because producing is from holes that are already in the ground. Yeah, cool. Let's talk about Donald Trump putting more holes in the ground than Joe Biden. That's what you said.
And I'm telling you, I told you that oil rigs went down too.
Cool.
In May from April, because they had a surge from March to April, but then went down because
they had a surge from March to April. No, they didn't.
Surge. It wasn't a surge, but
no, yeah, they didn't. They didn't.
They didn't. I misspoke.
Yep. Because I'm looking at the actual production of it right now. I'm looking at the actual refineries and how much the refineries have been producing. And fun fact, they've been producing less under Donald Trump than they did under Joe Biden. So, like, there's that.
Where is that?
Yeah, if you actually go to it's under the actual weekly U.S. refinery net input of crude oil, and then you look at the weekly U.S. refinery net input of crude oil, thousands of barrels per day. It gives you the breakdown. And if you go to that tab that you're on, and you go on the data tab, and you go to refining and process, it gives you that.
Yeah, hold on.
It gives you that. Literally, the information that you're actually trying to use.
Where is that? Where is that refining and
I just told you. Are you on? If you're on the home, or you're on the screen that we were just on, if you click on data, if you go right to refining and producing, it takes you right to that long. It gives you. It starts in 1982. It starts in August of 1982, and it goes all the way to May of 2025.
I do not see that. Production, I just see production by region, wells by region. I don't see hold on.
Britta, I think you think for some reason that, you know, I'm dumb or I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I apologize. I'm not, you know, intellectually equipped for this conversation. I think that you think that the chat is somehow like, you know, just going to believe you when you say these random things, and I'm actually giving you the direct way to get to that. If you are, listen, you sent me to this page and all I did was click multiple links from the page that you gave me. So the only thing that you have to do is on the page that you are on where it says petroleum and other liquids, there's a data tab. You click the data tab, it drops down, and all you have to do is click refining and processing. And then once you click refining and processing, it takes you to the page that I'm on. Actually, I'm sorry. I apologize. There's one more step that you didn't get. Once you're on refining and process, click on weekly inputs and utilization. And then once you're there, it gives you the actual breakdown that you can look at for the multiple years. You can look at areas, all this other stuff. Expand it so you're not just looking at, you want to look at all of the years from 82 to 2025.
I just see 2020. All right, so data, refining and processing. And now I'm here, weekly input and utilization. Inputs, operable capacity, percent utilization, and refining and blender net inputs. So, okay, and this is where you are.
Yeah, now go over to the right and you see the last column says view history.
Yeah, I see that. Okay.
So if you click on that, it'll give you the overall history for those specific items.
Crude oil inputs. All right, hold on a second.
And go all the way down to the bottom because it's a long list, and it'll show you specifically the actual difference in the actual production.
Yeah, I'm scrolling.
Yeah, guys, keep tapping the screen. Let's go ahead and get the likes up to 100,000 likes. Also, I'm going to reset this daily gift goal. If we can knock this out a couple more times, it'll help get us more push. Also, guys, if you're not following this account, please go ahead and follow this account. This is going to be the alternate account as of right now. We're going to keep working off of this account as of right now. So please go ahead and follow this account if you have not done so. And my backup account is below. Make sure you're following the backup account. And last but not least, guys, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all of my pay links are in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks 24. Santana Speaks 24 is the best way to support the live. If you enjoy the information, education, entertainment, please consider donating. Everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. Last but not least, guys, I know we got Britta up here. I know you guys see me smacking Britta around because he's a Trump supporter and he deserves it. But with that being said, this live is for everyone. If you are someone that is a mediocre moderate, get in the box.
What does that even mean?
If you're someone that doesn't think that MAGA is a cult, get in the box. If you're someone that doesn't think that the left is lazy, get in the box. If you're someone like Britta who likes to put his feelings over facts, get in the box. And last but not least, if you are a non-voter, and please understand, if you voted third party, you are a non-voter, then you are the worst and you need to get in the box. Now, Britta, you have been up here. I don't even know what I was going to say you're pontificating, but you're not even doing that. You haven't been on a soapbox. You're spiraling. Cool. Can you give me anything that actually proves that Donald Trump is drilling more than Joe Biden?
Joe Biden didn't drill much. He produced a lot.
I hear you. Can you give me anything that shows me that Donald Trump is drilling more than Joe Biden?
I'm looking for that. I cannot find that right now.
Yeah. So, okay, cool. So you're giving up on the argument because you know what? Maybe, Britta, you shouldn't make that argument anymore. Yes, you shouldn't make that argument anymore because literally everything that I found so far on EIA has proved you wrong. With that being said, Britta, give me something else because it sounds like you just, not only did you just verify your feelings over facts, you also verified that you're in a cult.
How did I verify that I'm in a cult? How?
Because you're blindly following Donald Trump off of some things that you feel while not actually verifying anything. For some reason, you're on a trust me, bro, with Donald Trump, even though he's not actually doing anything.
Yeah.
Mm.
Hold on a second.
Hey, Britta.
I'm gonna find it.
Britta.
Embarrassing.
Brady, you get on these lives all the time, and for some reason, are you a masochist? Like, what's your deal?
What do you mean? What's my deal?
Like, why do you like going around and just getting dominated by leftists?
Y'all never dominate. You think you dominated by saying source?
Yeah, by making you prove the things that you say.
Yeah, and what I'm telling you is that I gotta find it. Then I found the source. You said that's not good enough. I said, all right, let me.
No, because you said, oh, if you go to such and such.com where you can.
Hold on. And then you said you invalidated it, and I didn't say, oh, you gotta believe it. I said, okay, let me go to the EIA so I can get you a government source. Yes or no? Now I'm reading through the government source, and you're talking, you're doing the sound effects.
And while I was talking and doing the sound effects, I read through the actual source as well and found the information, and it says you don't know what you're talking about, brother.
Show me in that list where it says that Biden, that long list that you just put. I'm gonna put it on the screen. You show me where it says your claim. You show me.
I didn't make the claim. You did.
Hold on. No.
No. My claim. Your claim was that that Trump is drilling more than Biden. That was your claim. That was your claim. I said, cool, prove it. I've said multiple times that you don't want to talk about production, and you've already clearly articulated that you don't want to talk about production. Cool. I need you to substantiate your claim. You can't. I'm seeing here, like all the numbers that I've seen so far, proves that Joe Biden has done more when it comes to oral production, and I did that in air quotes, than Donald Trump. Now, if you want to actually move on and tell me something else you think that Donald Trump has done.
I'm looking at it right here down the long list that you're lying, Bretta, that show me in the value, show me over here that you said, oh, I'm looking at a lie, and I'm going to take you to the page where it shows that you're lying. Show me where. This is the most recent update right here. Show me.
So again, the point that I made, brother.
Sir, show me.
The point that I made, brother, is that you keep saying you clearly defined that Donald Trump is putting more holes in the ground than Joe Biden. I said, cool. Where do you actually verify that Donald Trump is putting more holes? Hey, brother, why are you crashing, buddy?
I'm not crashing.
Okay, just hold tight for me 1 second. Let's make sure that we're speaking from the same page of music. All right. Hey, brother. Can we make sure that we're speaking the same language? Because maybe that's just the problem. Maybe you and I are just missing each other. Can I clarify again?
Please. You
perfect.
Said I'm
so, brother. Hey, perfect. Hey, so, brother, you just to level set, right? You want to talk about drilling, not production. Is that accurate?
I made the distinction.
Is that accurate?
Drilling and production. That doesn't mean that Trump.
Cool. Do you want to talk about drilling or do you want to talk about production? Which one?
I made the distinction. Now,
cool. Do you want to talk about drilling or do you want to talk about production? Which one?
On the screen you directed me to.
Do you want to talk about drilling or do you want to talk about production?
Show me on the screen where because you brought me to this point.
Britta.
Call me father. Show me where.
Do you want to talk about drilling or production?
My son, show me where.
Okay, so you don't want to talk about any of it. So, like, this is the weird thing, right? You got up here, you made multiple claims. I've clarified. This is the third time that I'm trying to clarify with you because you can't actually prove anything that you're saying, and you're getting upset that I'm saying prove it. That's what's happening right now. And I'm giving you the leeway to set the record straight. That's why I keep saying, what do you want to talk about? But you won't answer that question because you know what you said. And you also know if you say drilling, you can't prove it. If you say production, then you know you're wrong. That's why you won't answer the question.
Hard to find the new drilling rigs in EIA.
Exactly. So you can't prove it.
But I literally said that.
So if you can't prove something, hey, Britta, if you can't prove something, then what is it based off of?
Bro.
If you can't prove something with facts and you still believe it, then it's based off of what?
Okay, all right.
If you can't prove something with facts and you still believe it, then it's based off of what?
You're ridiculous, bro.
Your feelings, right? It's your fifis and your tum-tum.
No, it's not my
it's the fifis and your tum-tum. Literally, you just walked it to the point on the background and you proved it.
Bro, listen to me. I told you that he is facilitating drilling with the EOs.
That's not what you said.
I literally said.
You know why I know that's not what you said? That's why you want to know why I know that's what you're not. That you didn't say that, because I'm doing the same thing right now that I did before. We're not going to talk about those EOs because I've already shot down those EOs. I want you to prove.
You came up to be.
I want you to prove that he is actually drilling more than Donald Trump, and you can't. You can't.
I can't find it in the EIA website right now.
Exactly, and you still believe it, so you believe it because of your feelings.
Wow, man. Give me a second, man. I gotta find this.
Yeah, don't worry. Go ahead and collect yourself. You know what? While you collect yourself, I'm just gonna go ahead and mute you, bud. Listen, guys, if you are someone that disagrees with anything on the background, listen, again, I know I've been smacking around Britta up here, and he's a MAGA, he's a Trump supporter, cool. But I got smoke for everybody. If you're a moderate, if you're a mediocre moderate, get in the box. If you're someone that does not believe that MAGA's a cult, get in the box. If you're someone that doesn't think the left is lazy politically, get in the box. If you're someone who thinks that MAGA doesn't put their feelings over facts, even though Britta's proven it, get in the box. And last but not least, if you are a non-voter, and please, please, please be clear that if you voted third party, then you're a non-voter, get in the box. Get in the box. Guys, keep tapping the screen. Let's go ahead and get the likes up to 100,000 likes. Also, guys, if you have not followed this account, please go ahead and hit the follow button. I know you're seeing me and you're thinking, oh, it's Santana. I know you. I follow you. You probably don't. Go ahead and hit that follow button. Go ahead and hit that follow button. This is the alternate account. We need to make sure that we're following on this account. And then also, guys, make sure you follow my backup account. It's right here. It's right down below. Follow the backup account as well. Get in the box if you're someone that actually, oh, look, people are just dropping out of the box. People are dropping out of the box. What is happening? What is happening? People are dropping out of the box.
I thought you dropped me.
Yeah. Hey, right. Brother, you want to see something? Watch this. Hold on 1 second, brother. Listen, brother. Hold on 1 second. Listen to this. I'm about to bring this guy up, and hey, brother, listen. I'm about to bring this guy up. How much you want to bet he does racism?
I hope he doesn't do no racism.
You know he's gonna do a racism. Hold on.
Yo, please, if you coming up, bro, don't do a racism, bro.
He's gonna do a racism.
Don't.
Juplin, how are you?
Fuck my life.
It's Jupin.
Jupin, how are you, Jupin?
Good, man. How are you?
Good. Hey, Jupin, you were for some reason in the chat spamming "bring me up, boy," and I muted you. What's the deal with that?
Well, why did you mute me?
Because you were spamming "bring me up, boy."
I had other comments. I was commenting.
I hear you, but I saw you in capital letters over and over spamming "bring me up, boy." So hey, Jupiter, you got my attention now, bud. What do you want to say?
Okay, Santana.
Okay, cool. What do you want to say, bud?
No, just okay. For one thing, so how much was oil? When Biden took office, how much was a barrel of oil?
Why?
And then how much was it when he left office?
Why? Why are we talking about that?
Look it up? Well, you're talking about oil.
I can't. Right. Hey. So, Jinpei, just to make sure you understand what this actual conversation is about. Just to make sure you understand what this conversation about is because you probably walked into the middle of this and you thought that this was an actual. No. Hey, listen. Just so you understand what this conversation is about, first and foremost, these are the points on the background, right? None of these points say anything about oil production. Now, your guy, Bretta, who's down below me, came up and I said, hey, name one thing that Donald Trump did that overwhelmingly benefits everyday Americans since he's been in office. And Britta said that, and Britta, hey, listen, I'm still speaking. You don't have to speak right now.
Well, you're pivoting.
Hey, listen,
a little bit, brother. Come on.
You said I'm pivoting?
Yeah.
I'm setting the stage because obviously you walked into a middle of a conversation and you had no idea how we got here.
About drilling.
No, No, that's not the point. That's what I'm saying. You're so stupid. You don't even know what's happening right now. That's not the point. The point is the background, and Britta was trying to actually prove that he doesn't put his feelings over facts because he was giving me something that Donald Trump has actually done. You don't get it. Now, Jinpei, I want you to prove to me that you are a Trump supporter that doesn't put his feelings over facts.
You want me to?
Because you're seeming really emotional right now.
No, I think you're the one who was getting loud a little bit.
So I want you to prove to me that you put you don't put your feelings over facts.
Okay, so we were I was in the chat talking about how Europe has fallen. I mean, you guys can sit up here and
hey, guess what, Jinpei? Jinpei, I don't really care what you were talking about in the chat. You're on the panel now. And since you're on the panel now, I want you to engage with the background.
Flapping your gums.
I want you to engage with the background, bud. Listen, can you prove to me that you're not in a cult, or can you prove to me that you don't put your feelings over the facts? Which one?
Little boy, you're gonna let me talk, or you're gonna keep interrupting me?
I hear you. Listen, you can try to rage bait me all you want, but it doesn't work. It doesn't work. You know what happens when you actually are confident in yourself, and 2, you go to therapy, so you're well regulated. People that try to actually trigger you, it doesn't actually work. You can ask Britta. He's been down there trying to trigger me this whole time. Still hasn't worked. You can keep trying, Junpei, Jupiter, whatever you want to call yourself. Now, I would like for you to actually be able to verify that either 1, you're not in a cult, or 2, that you don't put your feelings over facts. Which one?
Okay. So I started talking like 4 times until you interrupted me each time.
And I'm going to keep interrupting you if you don't engage with the background.
This time or no?
I'm going to keep interrupting you if you don't engage with the background.
I was staying on topic.
Engage with the background.
You're the one that's going on.
Come on, Jupiter. Why are you pontificating? You have the floor. Engage with the background.
What was my first question when I came up?
I don't care what your questions are. I want you to engage with the background.
Why are you pivoting?
I want you to engage with the background. Now, again, which one are you here to disprove? Are you here to disprove that you care about facts over your feelings? Are you here to disprove that you're not in a cult? Pick one.
Little boy, just shh.
Yeah, I hear you. Go ahead and prove what you have to say.
I already started saying what I was going to say until you fucking interrupted me, man. Come on.
Okay. I'm going to interrupt you again if you don't actually engage with the background. Go ahead. I'll give you the floor. You got the floor. You got the floor.
Okay, so
you got the floor.
Okay, so
keep talking. Why do you keep stopping?
I was in the comments.
Okay, why are you stopping?
Because
you have the floor. Why don't you say what you have to say?
Are you done?
I give you all this time and you just don't talk.
Are you done flapping?
What is happening right now? This is absolutely insane.
It is insane.
All right. No, go ahead. You got it.
So I was in the comments talking about, all the bull crap that all you leftist creators talk about. You guys have so much negativity. When Trump does something good, it's still negative. You guys find every little thing you can to go against this guy. But the thing is, he actually saved us from what Europe is now, is what we were going to be in 4 years if she would
prove it. Prove anything that you're saying. Substantiate anything that you're saying, Junpei.
46% of migrants that came to the U.S. under Obama was from the Middle East.
Okay.
So look what's going on in Europe right now. Look how many mayors London has. I mean, they no longer have their country. Ireland, Switzerland, freaking Australia, all these.
Hey, Jupiter, you're not saying anything. Prove anything that you're actually saying, Jupiter.
It's on this app. I'm sorry that your algorithm.
What's on the app? No, listen. I need you to substantiate anything that you're saying.
My algorithm is different, but
I see it. Listen, bud. Listen, bud. Do you have any facts? Thank you for the trash panda. I don't know who sent a trash panda, but thank you for the trash panda.
So testimonies from
listen, Genesis. I need you to prove anything that you're saying.
Go look at the testimonies from people on this app from those countries.
Oh my gosh, you were not
South Africa included.
Oh, smokes. Holy smokes. Hey, give me a minute, Jupiter. I'm sorry. I didn't see this. I apologize. Guys, massive W's in the chat for Joy, who sent a $25 donation saying, thank you for what you do. Joy, you are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for that $25 donation. I didn't see that. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Also, thank you, Shannon. Massive W's in the chat for Shannon, who sent a Sharon, who sent a $15 donation saying, I agree, non-voters and third-party voters are the worst. They're the reason why Trump was elected. You're absolutely right. You are absolutely right about that. Guys, thank you so much. Massive W's in the chat for both of them. And just a reminder, guys, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links are in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks 24. Santana Speaks 24 is the best way to support the live. If you enjoy the information, education, entertainment, please, please, please consider donating. Everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. And if you're over on YouTube, you can support by actually sending a YouTube super chat, and I will read that out on live. Guys, we got Jupiter up here. Jupiter is trying to actually substantiate anything that he has to say, but he can't do it. Jupiter, the floor is yours again.
Okay, listen, Santana.
Mm-hmm.
I already told you. Well, do you have any questions for me?
Jimothy Trump. I want to talk about Donald Jimothy Trump. So go ahead and name something.
I just did.
Okay, what was the thing?
Are your ears clogged?
What was the thing?
What? You got that?
What was the thing?
Wait. Use them Democratic Q-tips, don't you?
What was the thing?
That's what you do, bro.
What was the thing?
Well, if you were listening, you would know.
What was the thing?
I don't repeat myself, bro. Come on.
Okay, so you don't have a thing.
I said it 4 times.
Cool. So you don't have a thing. All right, guys. He's admitting that he doesn't have a thing.
I said
that's
it 5
perfectly
times,
fine.
Man. You
that's
weren't
perfectly
listening.
fine. He doesn't have a thing. You know what's the weirdest thing, right?
You weren't
Is
listening.
when people have issues with impulse control, And if I'm sitting here speaking as the host, right, then why would you be trying to speak at the same time as me? That's weird. No, that's
you invited me up.
Yeah, I did because you were in the chat flapping your gums. So again, Jupiter, would you like to name one thing?
Saturn, listen.
Do you have anything, bud?
Saturn. How many rings you got, Saturn?
Like, this has been embarrassing for you. You really aren't good at this. Is this your first time ever coming up on a live?
No, I've talked to all the big ones.
Oh, so you've gotten dominated by everyone.
No, this is kind of a small live to me. I don't know.
Yeah,
why.
it is. It is. You're absolutely right. We're on the alternate account. You're absolutely right. So who have you debated?
All of them. Name it.
Name someone.
I'll say yes or no. Go ahead.
Name someone.
I've debated Dean. I've debated Parker. I've debated Mo Moderate. I've Politics. I've done them all.
And so you've been dominated by all my friends, huh? Well, that is wild.
A couple of them blocked me because they got fucking walked.
Yeah, I hear you. I don't believe that because literally you haven't said or done anything that has impressed me.
Good Trouble follows me. When I showed him the other night.
Wait, you're saying GT follows you?
He does follow me. Look, go ahead, look.
I'm gonna go check because GT is my guy. So you're saying GT follows you?
He sure does.
What the fuck is GT?
Good Trouble. Yeah, I can't see it because you can't.
He's there. And I actually followed him back. Hold on one second. I actually followed him back because he was cool.
Hold on one second. Let me do something real quick.
Oh, you're gonna invite Good Trouble up.
No,
see, I know your little playbook, man.
You think so?
Yeah. What are you doing right now? You're inviting Good Trouble up, aren't you?
Nope. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Hey, Jupiter, what's up with your follow list, bro?
What? And what?
What is all this?
Because I have testosterone, and there's some good young ladies that are over 18 that I follow.
What is this?
What's the big deal?
Are you sure that these women are over 18?
100%.
Are you positive about that? Because these girls look young.
Okay, so what?
Wait, you're saying so what? Because they look young.
This is what you guys resort to every single time.
No, you told me to go look at your following list, and I did, and your following list is kind of sketchy.
Good Trouble's chat did the same thing. So did Mo Moderate.
Yeah, I hear you. Listen, but I'm just going to tell you this. If you're going to say, hey, go check my following list, maybe your following list shouldn't be a bunch of young girls that you're following. That's my point.
Why not?
Why are you following a bunch of young girls?
Do you have zero testosterone in your body or something?
Why are you following a bunch of young girls?
When you see a pretty young girl, like, and you like their content, you're not going to follow?
First and foremost, I'm a married man, so I don't look at other women. Secondly, as far as like women, I don't fetishize young women. That's weird. How old are you, Jupiter?
How
old are you, Jupiter?
Who's fetishing?
How old are you, Jeffrey?
You're assuming.
Jeffrey, how old are you?
Listen, Santoro.
Jeffrey, how old are you?
Santoro, listen.
All right, listen, we're going to go ahead and get you out of here because literally you haven't done shit. You haven't done shit but been gross. Thank you for the trash panda. Thank you for the trash panda. W's in the chat for Sis. Sis sent a $4.99 super chat saying, Santana, Santana, apparently MAGA knows how to use the wording moving the goalposts and not understanding the meaning. Jupiter is a damn creeper. Hide your kids. Yes, it's wild. W's in the chat. Thank you so much for that actual donation. Also, guys, massive, huge, listen. Oh, I didn't even see that. Massive W's in the chat for Terrence, who sent a $50 donation saying this is the drop June. pay. I love it. Thank you so much for that $50 donation. Also, W's to the chat for Juliet, who sent a $1 donation saying anything helps Santana. Listen, you are absolutely. Oh no, this is. Oh, sorry, that's old. Guys, yeah, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links are in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks 24, best way to support the live. If you enjoy the information, education, entertainment, please consider donating. Everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. If you are someone that disagrees with the background, if you disagree with the background, I know we've had 2 Trump supporters up here, and for some reason, only Trump supporters are the one with, the actual mediocre confidence. I'll put it that way, to actually get in the box. But if you're someone that disagrees with the background, if you don't think that you're a mediocre moderate, get in the box. If you don't think that you're in a cult by being a part of MAGA, get in the box. If you don't think that the left is lazy, politically speaking, get in the box. If you're someone like Britta who thinks that they don't put their feelings over facts when they do, get in the box. And last but not least, if you are a non-voter and third voters are non-voters and you don't think that you're the worst, get in the box. This smoke is for absolutely everyone. Absolutely everyone. Anyone can get it.
For some reason on EIA, I can only find May 2024 numbers.
So you still haven't found what you were looking for?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I still haven't found what I'm
Hey, the ship sails at midnight. Did you know that you're up here? The ship sails at midnight. Did you know that you're up here? Ooh.
I don't think you know.
Seems like a pretty good dude.
I don't think he did either.
Yeah,
I hope he gets that cough checked out. I worry about people. I'm serious. I do. Like, I genuinely want people to be okay. Like, no, seriously, you got to worry about people. D Champ, I guess that's how you say it. D Champ.
Camp.
Oh, Camp. I'm sorry. You're right. Camp. Are you someone that voted left, voted right, or a non-voter? Where do you stand, bud?
MAGA.
You're MAGA. Okay, cool. Perfect. Hey, can you tell me which one are you up here to disprove? Are you up here to try to disprove that you're not in a cult? Or are you up here to try to prove that you don't put your feelings over facts? Which one you got, Camp?
Mexicans ain't going anywhere.
Okay. What does that have to do with anything?
That kind of MAGA.
But what does that have to do with what I just said? I'm so confused. I'm genuinely confused.
Nah, man, I'm just fucking around. I hate fucking MAGA. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay. Now, this is what we're gonna do, right? Because there's no point of you coming up here and being a troll when literally anybody can request up for a debate as long as you actually engaged in the background. So, like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
I'm a little bit lost on EIA.com.
I know. Listen, you're lost in a lot of places, brother. I get it.
Bro.
Hey, Alex, how are you?
On TikTok, bro.
I accidentally got on here somehow.
Oh, no worries. I'll drop you down, my friend. I appreciate you. Guys, keep tapping the screen. Share the live. Do all the wonderful things to let the TikTok know that we are in the building. Again, only request up if you disagree with something on the background. Only request up if you disagree with something on the background. Gemini? Do you disagree with the background, or did you mean to come up?
No, I made a mistake. I'm sorry.
Okay, no worries. I'll drop you down, friend.
Thank you.
Thank you. Guys, again, if you're in the box, please make sure that you meant to request up and you are actually up to disagree with something that you see on the background. Friend, do you disagree with the background? Friend? I don't think Friend did. All right. We're going to drop you, friend. All right, guys, keep tapping the screen. Let's go ahead and get the likes. The likes are moving slow. Let's go ahead and get the likes up to 100,000 likes. Let's get the shares up to 300 shares. Also, guys, just a reminder, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links are in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks 24. Santana Speaks 24 is the best way to support live. If you enjoy the information, education, entertainment, please consider donating. Everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. Just like Angelina. Angelina sent a $10 donation saying, thanks for exposing Jupiter. You absolutely know it. Thank you so much for that $10 donation. You are absolutely far too kind. Guys, yeah, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. You can also donate if you're over on YouTube through a YouTube super chat. I will read that out. Guys, make sure you're following this account. Make sure you're following this account. Super, super, super important that we're following this account. This is the account that we're going to be working off for a while. Make sure you're following this account. And this is my backup account down here below. Make sure you follow the backup account. Do all the wonderful things. We still got Britta up here. Britta's still reading from EIA. I don't think that he has what it takes. Hey, would you like to render a different argument?
They can't find the distinct updated.
Cool. Would you like to render a different argument then?
Hold on. Updated numbers on the most recent number we have on production. Drilling, we don't have. We have as late.
Cool. So would you like to render a different argument then?
Yeah, MAGA is not a cult. I believe the left is a cult.
Okay, cool. Can you substantiate to me why you believe that MAGA is not a cult?
If you see how we discuss and how we behave on our side, you see that we have a different array of ideas, and we all come together for our love for the country in general. Not for
you guys
Trump,
don't love the country,
right? No, we love the country way more than
don't love the country.
You on this side have to adhere to certain talking points and certain ideas. If not, then you alienate that person completely. That is behavior.
That sounds like projection. Let's put this to the test, Britta. Okay, cool. Hey, Britta. No. Let's put it to the test. Let's stress test your actual thoughts. Britta, did Donald Trump lose the 2020 election?
Joe Biden was president from 2020.
Did Donald Trump lose the 2020 election? Yes or no?
Yes.
Perfect. Did Donald Trump, is Donald Trump a 34 count felon? Yes or no?
Yes.
Perfect. Did Donald Trump was Donald Trump held civilly liable for graping E. Jean Carroll? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. Britta.
Yes.
Is Donald Jimothy Trump violating the U.S. Constitution by signing executive orders that actually keep getting shot down in the court?
No.
Okay. You know what? I'll even let you substantiate that one. I won't call you a cultist for that one. I'll hear you out. Tell me why you say no. If he is signing executive orders and these executive orders are found to be unconstitutional, and even more so, he said that he wanted to get rid of the Constitution. Explain to me how he's not violating the Constitution.
He wanted to get rid of the Constitution?
Yep.
Can you pull that up?
Yep. He put it out in the Truth Social. I guess you can call it a tweet.
Can you show me?
Sure.
The tweet that says, I want to get rid of the Constitution.
Yep, I can. I've done this a million times. Guys, W's in the chat for Eric. Eric sent a $10 super chat to say wisdom chases Britta, but he is faster. You are absolutely right about that, Eric. Thank you so much for that $10 super chat. You are absolutely too kind, guys. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links are in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks 24, best way to support the live. Everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. Give me 1 second.
I just want to.
Nope. Give me 1 second.
No, I got you. I just want to tell everybody that's viewing 358 people to go to YouTube and look up Ye's new album, Bully.
No. We are not doing that. We are not doing that. You are not. We're not. No, we're absolutely not doing that.
And it's a classic.
Yeah, I hear you. We are not promoting Kanye West in any way, shape, or form. And also, again, we're absolutely not doing that.
You should listen to it too, bro. You would love it.
Sure, I hear you. We're not doing that.
All right. Do you love Kanye's early albums?
No, listen, we're not talking about Kanye. I don't care about Kanye. We're not moving the goalposts. We're not moving the goalposts. Perfect. All right. So let me do this. I don't make this. Boom. Hold on.
They don't understand.
Yeah. Hey, Britta. Cut it out.
All right.
Give me 1 second. Okay. So I want to make this, let's see.
Terminate the Constitution.
Yep, that's what your boy said. Okay, so you can see it right here. It's a Truth Social post.
You got to read it.
Yeah, I'm going to read it. I just want you to be able to see it. All right. He says, and this was on December 3rd, 2022 at 7:41 a.m. He said, so with he said, with the revelation of massive and widespread fraud and deception in working closely with big tech companies, the DNC, the Democratic Party, do you throw the presidential election results out the presidential election results of 2020 out and declare the rightful winner, or do you have a new election? A massive fraud of this type and magnitude allows the termination of all rules, regulations, and articles, even those found in the Constitution. Our great founders, which you put in quotations, did not want. No. He said that. He said a massive fraud of this type and magnitude allows for the termination of rules, regulations, and articles, even those found in the Constitution.
That's what he's saying, that they did that by quote unquote.
No, he literally. Okay,
no, you're misinterpreting that.
No. I need you to listen to this. I need you to listen to this.
You misunderstood that.
Okay, cool. Stop talking for a second. So, with the revelation of massive, and widespread fraud and deception in working closely with big tech companies, the DNC and the Democratic Party, do you throw out the presidential results of 2020 and declare the rightful winner, or do you have a new election? So this is him saying, do we throw out those results? Do we throw out the results and just name the quote unquote rightful winner, which he was saying that was himself, or do you have a new election? That's the question that he's proposing. And then he follows that up by saying a massive fraud of this type and magnitude allows for the termination of all rules, regulations, and articles, even those found in the Constitution.
Exactly.
He's saying that you can throw out the Constitution.
No, he's saying
because there was massive fraud.
The Constitution because of the fraud. That's not what he's saying. He didn't say, I want to cancel the Constitution, Santana. Come on. That was crazy.
Yeah, bro, you're in a cult.
I'm not in a cult, bro. How am I in a cult?
You're in a cult. You just proved it. Yeah, brother. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go ahead and get you up out of here. Appreciate you. Boom. Socrates.
What's up, man?
Socrates, you voted left, right, non-voter. What are you?
I voted right, Donald Trump.
Perfect.
I voted correct.
Yeah, cool.
Correct.
Before we get going, Sunkiss. Hey, Sunkiss.
Santana.
Now, were you coming up here because you wanted to smoke, or were you coming up here, because you wanted to hang out with me?
Now, I was coming up here for brother. You was doing a lot of heavy. I was coming up here for brother. You was doing a lot of heavy lifting, babe.
Listen, brother, like, again, he's a masochist. He has a thing about being dominated by people on the left. It's weird.
He does. I've seen him. We've seen him across the TikTok sphere at this point, across the live, across TikTok lives, leftists and moderate and democratic TikTok lives. I think he just likes it. I think he likes the abuse.
He does, and which I don't kink shame anyone. Like do you, boo? But like it's at this point, it's getting embarrassing. Like what's happening?
It's really sad. It's really, really, really sad. And it's really tragic.
Let's talk.
Yeah. All right. Sunkiss, did you want to hang out, or are you?
I'll give you a little 10 minutes. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Hey, Socrates.
Yo.
And here we
go.
All right, Socrates, I need you to explain to me, which one are you disagreeing with? Is MAGA a cult, or are you disagreeing that people that vote right put their feelings over facts? Which one are you here to disagree with?
MAGA is not a cult.
Okay, perfect. Substantiate that for me.
I voted. I had the chance to vote for him 3 times. I was not told who to vote for. You were. I wasn't. You're in a cult.
Yeah, that doesn't prove that MAGA's not a cult. So I need you to substantiate that.
I just said it. I chose who I voted for 3 times.
Who'd you vote for 3? Who'd you vote for 3 times?
Donald Trump.
Okay, cool. You voted for Donald Jimothy Trump 3 times in a row.
Hey,
Cool.
Santana.
Hey,
Chad is saying that Socrates will report.
I'm sure he will, but we got that handled.
I never reported anybody. Don't.
Yeah, it's guys. Listen, seriously, hold on for a second. Everybody in the chat, don't worry about it. I promise you, we got it taken care of. I promise you.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris, stop. We're good. I promise you. Stop. We're good.
I don't report anybody.
Yeah, that's cool. That's perfectly fine. We got it. With that being said, Socrates, I need you to actually help me out with this, right? So you voted for Trump 3 times, right?
Yes, I did.
You think Donald Trump should run in 2028?
No.
Okay. If he did run in 2028, would you vote for him a 4th time?
No.
Okay. Hey, listen, kudos. That was actually a good answer.
Thank you.
That's a good answer. Hey, Socrates, question for you.
Yes, sir.
Did Donald Trump lose the 2020 election to Joe Biden?
He did.
Perfect. Hey, Socrates, is Donald Trump a 34 count felon?
He was convicted of 34 misdemeanors.
No. That's not the question, Socrates.
34 misdemeanors.
Socrates.
The felon.
Socrates, yes or no? Is Donald Trump a 34 count felon?
Yes, he is.
Perfect. There you go. Socrates, was Donald Trump held civilly liable of essay of E. Jean Carroll?
Regretfully, he was.
Okay. All right. So, listen, I hear you kind of fighting it, but so far you're passing the test. So, Socrates, my question for you is Donald Trump, he's actually taken off tariffs over and over, and also created reciprocal tariffs without them actually having any bases in it. So has he failed in his actual tariff policy since taking office? Yes or no?
It's only been 100 days, man.
Has he failed in his tariff policies?
Wait. First and foremost, if we're gonna, it's been beyond 100 days.
It absolutely has.
It's been beyond 100 days.
120 days.
Yeah. So has he failed in his tariff policies since he's been in office, Socrates? Yes or no?
Okay. Well, since I'm not a child, I don't answer yes or no questions when it comes to economics.
I hear you, but it's actually easily definable. So yes or no, and yes or no actually helps you. So yes or no helps you actually be able to set up your point, right? I mean, if you say yes, then there's nothing for us to talk about. If you say no, then I would love to hear your position as far as why you would say no. So you see why I'm going yes or no? It's actually cutting through the fat and see if we need to have an actual conversation.
Okay. Do you know what the WTO is?
So are you saying no?
Yeah, I said no. Do you know what the WTO
Okay, perfect. Yes, I know exactly what the WTO is.
Okay. Now, why do you think these tariffs were implemented?
Because Donald Trump, for some reason, thinks that tariffs is a good thing, and he doesn't understand how to actually use targeted tariffs. And he also doesn't know what reciprocal tariffs are. And he also doesn't know that if you actually use them in a meaningful way, then you can actually have more impact versus actually just throwing tariffs off all around just at anyone.
Okay, he was going after China.
Yeah, but he didn't do that the right way, did he, Socrates?
Well, the thing is,
but did he do it the right way, Socrates?
China can find loopholes.
Socrates, did he do it the right way?
Yeah, I think he did.
Okay, so him putting tariffs on everybody, including islands that have penguins, was the right way to actually go after China.
You know why he put tariffs on that island?
Yeah, I hear you. Just in case someone tries to reroute and go through those actual islands and claim that's where it's coming from. Yeah, it's still stupid because of the actual way that he created the tariffs. Anyway, so explain to me. Oh, I don't know what this is, but this is fucking cool. This is cool. I don't know what that was, but that was cool.
Cool.
Yeah. So Socrates, because again, so let me make sure I make this clear, because I don't think that Donald Trump was wrong for going after China. I do think that he was wrong.
Yeah, they steal
about
our
how he
intellectual
went
property.
after China.
But they steal our intellectual property.
Yeah, I mean, you and I agree. Like that's not the
They
point that we're
devalue our
disagreeing on.
currency.
But
They
the point that
devalue
we're
our
disagreeing on is the fact that Donald Trump has failed in his actual tariff policy because he hasn't done anything in a smart way that has allowed us to be successful with tariffs.
I think there's a method to everyone's madness when it comes to business.
Not
I would do
his.
the same thing.
So
As a
tell me
businessman-
give me any positive benefits that his actual tariff policy has yielded. Has yield with anything positive that his tariff policy has done for us so far?
Well, right now, with us going into the Middle East, we kind of kicked China out of going there first. That's pretty good. We showed he was strong. That you can't say his Middle East trip wasn't strong, bro.
Yeah, he came back after begging for a $40 million jet. He got a $40 million jet. And yes, he did sign an actual $1 billion plus dollar, or was it or not billion, how much was it?
It was a little under $1 trillion.
Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah, he signed a massive military deal where he was able to actually sell more military equipment to countries that he should not be. But again,
why does the plane bother you? I'm just wondering.
What do you mean? Why does the plane? First and foremost, hold on, Santana. I got this one.
Yeah, you got this.
First and
you got this.
Stop it. First and foremost, to be clear, it's not necessarily a matter of being bothered. It's a matter of looking about what is right and what is wrong.
Oh,
hold on. No, because you asked the question, so now I'm going to
answer. Hold on. I'm going to mute myself.
Thank you so much. The thing that it becomes, you say, well, why are you so bothered by it? It's not a matter of being bothered. It's a matter of right versus wrong is the first thing. The second thing is, like Classic just said, why does the plane not bother you? Number 3, it literally is a conflict of interest because he is the president. Not only, even if he wasn't the president, he is literally a government employee. He works in a branch of our government. It is literally outlined in the Constitution that no government official, federal official of any kind, can actually take a gift of more than $20. Even if it's $19.99, they still have to declare it on their taxes.
$400.
Hold on. Stop.
Yeah, but you got to get it right. $400.
Stop.
$400.
Stop.
All right.
Stop, please, and thank you.
I'm stopping.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
The thing that this becomes is you are correct. Yes. Irregardless of Hillary Clinton being able to accept.
Irregardless isn't a word.
Regardless of Hillary Clinton being able to accept the necklace.
Okay.
We literally had a situation where, and I forget where it was. I'm sorry, not where it was, where the country was, but literally we actually had that happen where they gave a plane, a aircraft of some kind to a US official, and it was literally riddled with listening devices.
Yeah, I agree.
So if we've already been through that one time, and this is how we got here, and this is why this was set, why then again would we do the same thing over again to potentially put us in a worse position? You all are saying, well, it's about the plane. It's about the plane. It's about what the plane represents.
Okay.
It is the fact that
I see where you're angry. I see where you got off. I got it. But
right.
Did you know about the Amelia clause before this?
Yes.
Yes.
Did you really?
Yes.
Did you pay attention to it?
Yes.
How old are you guys?
38.
31.
31 and 30. So you've been through elections. You've been through presidents, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just something that's gone to the Department of Defense. I didn't even think twice about it, to be honest with you. It's not.
Of course you didn't, because you're in a cult.
No,
I'm not even going to say that.
Joe Biden, I wouldn't think twice.
Of course you did, but
you should.
But you would, and you should. To be clear, for all of the things, and this is the other piece of this, while we're talking about why we say, well, it seems that you all are in a cult, is because when it comes down to the crux of the issues, the same thing, and less that you all lambasted, because that is the correct word, that you all lambasted Joe Biden for. You will not hold.
Wait. What do you think I lambasted Joe Biden for?
Stop. No, did I say?
So Sunkiss is speaking in general about the right, not specifically about you. Hey,
right.
This hat says it's not all about you. I know it's backwards, but that's what this says.
I had no idea what that said.
Yeah, let me unmirror this because
okay, there you go.
It's not all about you.
No, I hear you. No, that's a good hat. I like
Right.
that.
So to be clear, because we're gonna put a button on this because I gotta go. To be clear, the issue becomes is that, and why we say you all are in a cult, is because we constantly see the behavior. And what we mean by that is all the things we watched for 4 years as you all made the decision to lambaste Joe Biden for things that literally were in alignment with the law, in alignment with the Constitution. And not you specifically, the grand you, trying to spin a narrative that he was going against the law, that it wasn't right, that there was so much outrage, yada yada, blipty blipty, so on and so forth.
One thing that really pissed me off.
Hold on, please. Okay. I am still talking.
Yeah, but you're gonna leave, and I'm not gonna be able to answer.
Well, I'm not gonna leave right away. Just give me a second, please.
Okay.
Because I do want to hear your response.
Okay.
The thing becomes that you all blame Joe Biden for these things, which were in alignment with the law, saying it was unlawful, saying that there was so much outrage, saying all of these things, and actually doing these things that you all felt on that side, regardless of right or wrong, you all felt some kind of way about it. And we watched for 4 years as you lambasted this man when we knew he was doing what actually was correct and right as outlined by the laws of the land. We are now seeing Donald Trump try to rule by executive order. Prime example, when Joe Biden wanted to forgive student loan, every Republican, every right individual said, oh, well, he can't do that. Well, that's not right. Well, we don't want that to happen. He can't do that. It's not fair.
The Supreme Court said that also.
Right. But the Supreme Court also said it was wrong for Donald Trump to try to invoke the Alien Enemies Act in a 9-0 decision and was told to bring back Abrea Garcia.
That wasn't
and they went around
it.
So to be clear, because I'm still talking.
Okay.
The issue becomes is that the plane is another example, a further identification and showing of evidence of a pattern of behavior. That he is willing to continue to go outside the law, and you all are willing to continue to go with him without holding him accountable. That is the issue that we are having.
I understand.
That is the crux of the conversation.
Land your plane, Sunkiss.
My plane is landed. My plane is fueled, refueled, and landed.
Okay, sounds like it's crashing. Okay,
no, beloved.
What?
No, beloved.
Okay, listen. I had a few things wrong with President Biden. My main thing was I didn't support the way he withdrew from Afghanistan. Okay. I didn't support the student loan forgiveness.
Help me understand what that has to do with this conversation with the plane.
Well, she asked me, I lambasted him. I'm telling him what I lambasted him about. It's things that mattered.
Okay, but
things that mattered. Remember, that's the key
Socrates, we don't care. Let's stick to Donald Trump and the plane, because you kind of derailed us for a second to talk about this plane, and so I really want to stick to Donald Trump and this plane.
You brought up the plane.
Yeah, I said you derailed us by wanting to, have us answer about the plane. So
I just asked you about the amulet clause, and you got it wrong. You said $20. It's $400.
Well, I mean, again, I didn't say anything, but I really want you to help me understand your point with the plane, because your point is the plane doesn't bother you.
It's not a good
look. You originally said, why does it bother us? Sunkiss answered the question. So why does it not bother you?
It's just something I really don't give a shit about, to be honest.
I hear you. And to be clear, you're heard. We're hearing you. However, pause, it does not negate the fact that there are laws of this land. It does not negate the fact that when we're looking at the optics and we're looking at what is taking place, no matter what he is saying, here's the piece of this that you all want to remove yourself from, because your cognitive dissonance from it makes you feel that you will be absolved from it when it falls out in the future. I want to be really clear about this.
Okay.
The piece of this becomes is that you all will continue to move in a manner where we're saying, hey, this is outside of the law. Oh, well, no, it's not, because he said it isn't.
Okay,
when he is already demonstrating that he doesn't understand the law. On top of that, as we saw this week, we are seeing that he has put people around him who are also choosing to not understand the law.
If they impeach him, I'll support it. If they come down to it, they impeach him over everything. So
Why can't they impeach him over this?
Because the Republicans have the House, they're not going to impeach him while the Republican has.
Why?
The
They can still draw. They can still draw up articles.
Yeah, they can. They're not going to.
They can, but they're not going to go anywhere.
Anyway, so let me say this, Socrates. Because the simple fact of the matter is, like, it should matter to you. And the problem that I have with Donald Trump is the problem that I have with him, with everything that we've talked about so far, but everything that I keep telling people, the problem that I have with Donald Trump is that he absolutely refuses to actually do things the right way. He refuses, because the simple fact of the matter is, if he really wanted that plane, first and foremost, he went and begged for that plane. So it wasn't a gift like he said, but
he begged them for the plane.
No, he did.
He did. Well, he asked them for the plane either which way.
I hear you. So Socrates, I don't want you to actually, get me off from the point that I'm trying to finish up, which is the point is Donald Trump does not follow proper chain of command to get anything that he wants. Donald Trump, listen, as much as I don't like Donald Trump, and I think that he is doing some of the most hateful and harmful things that I've ever seen any US president do, the simple fact of the matter is that Donald Trump could actually do things the right way and get those things done, but he doesn't want to do that. If he
do that.
Yeah, if he really wanted that plane, Socrates, there was a way to do that.
You know the history of Donald Trump?
Hey, cool. Socrates, do you know that if he really wanted that plane, there was an easy way to do it?
Okay.
What was the easy way to do it, Socrates?
Well, it's not his plane.
What was the easy way to do it, Socrates?
You know what? I don't know much about the clause. Why don't you tell me?
Yeah, all he had to do was get congressional approval. He just had to get Congress to approve it, and he has the House. He has the Senate. If he really wanted to do it, then Congress, all he had to do is like, hey, I want you to pass this, which they're showing that they're willing to actually pass whatever he really wants them to pass. He chose not to do it.
Well, you seem like a student of congressional history. Can't the Democrats bring it up?
Bring what up?
Can't they oppose? Can't they create a bill or create a motion to this whatever? You know what I'm saying?
A motion. Wait, hold on 1 second, Sunkiss. I'm confused with what you're saying. A motion for whatever to what ends? What are we talking about?
Can't the Democrats bring up a whatever to challenge this gift?
Oh, are you saying the Democrats could actually stop congressional approval of the gift? No.
What they can do is
they can't. They can't stop it.
Well, they can.
No, they can't, because who has the majority in the House?
But I know what you're saying.
Who has the majority in the House?
The Republicans do.
Who has the majority in the Senate?
The Republicans.
So if the Republicans has the majority in the House and the Senate, how can the Democrats stop them?
Well, Al Green issued for impeachment, correct?
Yeah, I hear you, but that doesn't answer the question what the question is, because I said if Donald Trump wanted the plane, the only thing he had to do was go through Congress and get that approved. And you said that the Democrats could stop him. I said, cool, tell me, how could the Democrats stop him if they don't have power?
Okay, well, basically, I'm saying they could bring up a motion. All right.
Okay, so what does the motion actually do?
Donald Trump lays traps for you, the Democrats.
Cool.
He does.
What does the motion actually do?
I don't know. It brings attention.
Yeah, I hear you, but how does that stop him?
So everyone that disagrees with it, like you do, will see that Congress, they'll see the Republicans, for what they are.
Yeah, we've already seen who the Republicans are. They're weak. They're spineless. They're people that stand up and say, Donald Trump is doing this and it's going to harm people and it's going to hurt people and I can't vote for this and I can't vote for that. And then they vote for this and they vote for that. We've already seen who the Republicans are, Socrates. We don't need to see them more. Literally, we've seen them. We know who they are.
Okay, Santana, do you see how politics work? Now, no matter how much you disagree about Abrego Garcia, politically, it's a hill to unalive yourself on. It's just stupid. As someone that works on strategy, it makes no sense.
That's not true.
That's not true. Why the Democrats play that game?
That's not true. You know what it is, though? You know why so many people have an issue, and it's not about the individual person, right? Because the Republican Party likes to make it sound like, oh, this one person is such a bad person. Yeah, he's such a bad person. Hey, I don't care. I don't care if he is a saint. or he's someone that's a mass unaliver. None of that matters to me in this situation. What does matter to me is that exactly.
But wait, Santana.
However, you know, not everyone gets the same level of due process, right?
But they get due process.
Because here's the thing that you just did that is really.
He's been in this country since 2012. Never tried to become a citizen.
Hold on.
Hey, Socrates, stop for a second. Go ahead, Sunkiss.
You literally just condemned yourself with your own words, and I'm going to tell you why.
Why? He was adjudicated 3 times.
Hey, Socrates, stop talking for a second and let Sunkiss finish.
The thing that you said, well, why isn't it possible for the Democrats to do the same thing that the Republicans do? And you said it's a really dumb strategy. Essentially saying that, hold on, hush. Essentially saying that Democrats should capitalize on Abrego Garcia and actually not necessarily want to fix the issue so that they can win, so that we can win. Do you hear yourself? And you said, well, why haven't they done that? Because the Democratic Party doesn't play around with people's livelihood.
Strategist, hold on.
Hey, Socrates, I really don't like muting people. Can you just wait until Sunkiss finishes? I promise you we're going to give you the floor.
You won't land her plane, bro.
Okay, but just hold tight for a minute. Okay, just hold tight for a minute.
I'm trying to watch the Timberwolves game.
Yeah, I hear you. Hold tight for a minute. Go ahead, Sunkiss.
I mean, my plane is landed. I said what I needed to say. If you didn't hear it or didn't catch it, that's because
I heard what you said. Okay, you want me to give you a retort?
Sure.
Okay, Abrego. Okay, the look of it is you have a Maryland senator going down to El Salvador to visit someone that has, whether it's proven or not, alleged checkered past. Okay, so with that, you also had the same state senator or senator from the state of Maryland not really care about Rachel Morin when she was on the live buying a legal immigrant or undocumented immigrant.
Do you live in Maryland?
I want to respect your life.
Let him finish, Sunkiss.
Okay. So what I'm saying politically, it just doesn't make sense for them to go on this hill and choose. You guys, the Democrats choose all the wrong issues. They choose 90-10 issues, 80-20 issues. Like, I don't know if you have kids.
So due process is a 90-10 issue for you?
I'm not
yes
saying
or no.
No, it's not.
Okay, then that's what we're talking about. Listen, I know you keep trying to make this like a big picture, or you're trying to like focus. I'm not even big picture. You're trying to focus on like this one small thing. And listen, I'm not even pushing back on you. I'm not pushing, which I could. I could push back on his actual legal status. I could push back on his character. I could push back on all of this other stuff. But I'm not pushing back on any of that, Socrates. The one thing that I am pushing, the one thing that I am pushing back on, Socrates, is that he was not given his day in court. They picked him up and they actually deported him.
He had to stay in court. But let me
in 2019, and what happened?
Let me ask you a question.
In 2019, and what happened?
He got a temporary protective TPS.
And he was not supposed to be deported to El Salvador.
Okay, I'm not denying that. I'm not denying that. But I'm saying there's 75 million dumb fucking MAGAs out there. Okay, I'm not MAGA. I'm a Republican.
Yeah, you're MAGA. Keep going.
What due process is?
So yeah, but just because people don't understand it, you mean that we should take it for granted?
Or take it away, period. Like, are you okay?
You're taking it away for one individual. Let him fucking rot now.
Why? No.
Wow.
That's what you don't get.
Absolutely not.
Don't you want to win elections?
Absolutely not. Absolutely fucking not. Santana,
I'm so sorry. Don't you want to win elections?
I'm so sorry, Santana. I just cursed on your live. I'm sorry.
It's all good. This is sparring. It's all good. This is sparring. Listen, Socrates, this is the thing, right? This is the thing, because it's not about the individual. We keep saying that over and over and over because you know what happened. Socrates, are you a white man?
Yes.
Perfect. So Socrates, this is something that you don't understand. And me as a black man, I get this,
You're
right?
never going to have this problem, dude.
Yeah. Well, cool. Listen, this is what I understand as a black man.
You break the law? You break the law?
This is what I understand as a black man.
You break the law?
This is what I understand as a black man.
Okay.
When people start to come at the marginalized groups, right? They go after those groups. They go after those groups that they think people don't care about enough, right?
Well,
and they specifically target those groups because they don't think people care. And so once they're able to actually verify that people don't care enough about those groups to actually push back, then they build on that.
Well,
and I know for a fact, that once they actually continue to do the things that they're doing, they're going to keep building on it, and eventually they're going to get to me.
Why are you trying to scare people, bro?
Listen,
you know that
I hear you. I'm not trying to scare anybody. Like the one thing that I have always been consistent about is I would much rather people have their eyes wide open than be blindsided. I'm not trying to scare anybody. I'm just trying to make sure people are aware.
What happens if you just don't break the law? Did you ever think of that wild, shocking fucking antidote?
What happens when you don't break the law? Then your constitutional rights are still violated, just like the actual Florida resident, a U.S. born citizen who was actually detained and held by ICE for over 72 hours just because they thought that he was not a U.S. citizen. Like, listen, you can keep doing this little song and dance or whatever, but you're sitting up here telling me you don't care about the rule of law. Everything that you've done so far, Socrates, or said so far, proves that you don't care about the rule of law. You don't care about law.
You, but you got
no,
to
you
understand.
don't.
You have to understand that.
You said two things.
Did you know Franklin Delano Roosevelt did it?
You've said two things.
You know FDR did it.
You've said two things.
Okay.
You said that you don't see an issue with Donald Trump accepting the plane, even though we talked about the emoluments clause. You said that you don't care that immigrants are being deported without due process. Both of those things say that you don't care about the law.
No, I respect the Constitution, what the founding fathers had when they intended and they wrote the Constitution. You know who they wrote the Constitution for. They didn't write the Constitution for every American.
They didn't. They didn't.
We
the people. What does we the people mean?
Socrates, shut the fuck up. Because there is no conceivable way you are.
Santana, what does we the people mean, Santana?
You are literally sitting up here trying to tell
Santana,
us.
what does we the people mean?
Socrates, Sunkiss is talking to you.
That the Constitution was not
mean?
written. No, you are literally trying to sit up here and tell us
it was
that the
written for white men, landowners. It excluded women, Native Americans, and slaves.
And so your point is that it's a good thing?
Right.
No, I'm not saying it's a good thing.
So what are we talking about, bud?
Not even that. It's literally the gaslighting that you just tried to do and say, well, the Constitution, we know the Constitution wasn't written for X amount of people. Sir, shut up. Because
but he's challenging the Constitution. Every president does it. How do you think we got amendments? How do you think we got amendments? He challenged the Constitution. That's how we got the amendments.
Santana.
Yep.
You have a lovely evening, beloved.
I love
Hi, Sunkiss. It was nice meeting you. Nice meeting you, Sunkiss.
Thank you for coming up, Sunkiss. I appreciate it.
No, thank you for having me. You have a pleasant evening.
All right, you too, Sunkiss. I'm going to follow you.
Please don't.
Why?
Please don't.
Come on.
Absolutely not.
Why?
Because
you'll like me.
I won't.
Yeah, you will.
I promise you I won't.
I think you will.
I doubt anybody does.
Right.
Okay, well, I'm going to follow. Oh, where'd she go? They're telling you to drop me and block me.
Is saying that it needs to be terminated challenging it?
What?
Is saying the Constitution needs to be terminated challenging it? Is saying I don't need to uphold it? Is him saying he doesn't need to uphold it challenging it?
So are you saying
Answer my question. Does Trump saying he doesn't need to uphold the Constitution challenging the Constitution?
Oh, thank you for the future encounter. Let's go. Thank you.
He doesn't know his position. That's why he has lawyers. I respect that answer.
Oh,
he doesn't know a lot.
Right. You respect the guy who said he wants the rules and regulations terminated based on a lie he told.
He's not going to go against
as he gets reelected, wanting immunity from his crimes. He wasn't
asking immunity from his crimes. He was convicted of his crimes.
Why do you want a king, which is the opposite of why America was founded?
I don't want a king.
Well, clearly you do. You made Trump above the law.
I didn't like the way our country was. I didn't like the way our country was headed.
If you don't want him to uphold the Constitution, then he's a king.
No, well, listen, a lot of things didn't go right with the Constitution last term, and we all know that now. When you have
the last term,
I'm
sorry, you didn't even get impeachable offenses.
Hey, thank you for the future encounter.
Okay,
you didn't get impeachment, much less
following the news? What's going
on? Trump was actually indicted and convicted.
Okay, all right. This is what we're gonna do. Socrates, because like I hear you, and you've done this with me, you've done this with Sunkiss, and now you're doing this with RC Dub. So listen,
Okay,
but I need you to lock in for a second, right? Please don't answer a question with the question. Please don't. Please don't. Like you can, if RC Dubs has a question, you answer the question, and then you can give him your question, but please don't answer a question with the question. Let's just follow those rules.
Just land the plane quickly.
RC Dub, what do you got for him?
Who got convicted of a crime, Garcia or Trump?
Donald Trump.
Right. So why'd you vote for a felon who bragged about assaulting women and was found liable for doing it?
Well, do you want to look at it as a lawyer? If you did something,
no, I want to look at it as a human being.
If you did
Why
something
did you vote
30
for
years ago as a man,
like
you
Trump?
did something 30 years ago as a man, and
30 years ago,
yeah,
he defamed her recently and had to pay her again.
because he wasn't allowed to say anything, and he disagreed.
Oh,
with
he
her.
shouldn't have attacked someone.
You
shouldn't attack an assault victim.
In the dressing room of Bergdorf Goodman.
I'm sorry. No. I'm talking about the defamation. I know you don't care that he assaulted her physically.
He doesn't.
I don't think he did.
Well, but the judge and jury did.
Well, yeah, the judge and jury, yeah. What did Alexander Hamilton say?
Do you remember him bragging about it? You remember him saying that he can assault women and that he's famous and he can do it because he's famous?
Yeah, he said that on Howard Stern. He said that on Howard Stern.
He said that actually on the Access Hollywood tape, which should have basically disqualified him from being. Hey, Socrates, I know you don't like to hear other people talk when they know more than you do. So can you just let me finish, though?
Yeah, well, you find somemeone and I'll shut up. I won't talk.
Socrates, I know so much more than you. I could dog walk you for days on the economy alone. Socrates, just don't. Just let me just
find someone that knows more than me and I'll shut up.
I know more about policy on the economy.
All right, let's do this because like we're getting to the point where you know it's it's not. I mean, like it hasn't really been all that productive overall, Socrates. So I need you to lock in for me for just a second, bud. So help me understand. Donald Jimothy Trump.
What do you call him? Donald what?
Jimothy Trump. His mama named him Jimothy. I'm gonna call him Jimothy. Anywho, Donald Jimothy Trump has violated the Constitution multiple times over. Donald Trump has completely upended the U.S. economy with tariffs. He has weakened the dollar. He has crashed the stock market over and over and over. He has dropped consumer confidence.
The stock market didn't crash. First of all,
he crashed the market multiple times.
The stock market was overvalued. The stock market was trading at, you know what the price earning ratio is?
Yeah, I hear you. Listen, I get it. Yeah, the stock market was too high. It was due for a correction. It was bloated. They had to actually trim the fat. They needed to bring it down in order to actually correct it. I hear you. Anywho,
why are you ignoring that?
That's because it's not true. And it's an actual stupid thing to say. Okay, and I feel like you're smarter than that, Socrates. Listen, Socrates, seriously. Hey, I'm going to give you credit. Please give me credit. I'm not going to insult your intelligence. No, please don't insult mine. I feel like you're kind of a smart guy, so I'm not even going to get into that one with you.
Okay, but let's ask a question. Let's look at.
Did he campaign on a market correction, or did he say he was going to lower prices?
Well, he said he was going to lower prices, but
did he lower prices, right? Or has Walmart announced they're going to have to raise them because of him?
Well, did you ever look at Walmart's books?
You don't really like to answer direct
questions. He doesn't, RC. That's what we've been doing this whole time.
Walmart said they have to raise prices. Do I think it's warranted? No.
And they're doing it because of his tariffs. They said so. So did a small business that I've done business with for 20 years.
Okay. And?
They sent me an email saying, sorry, we're going to have to raise prices because of Trump.
W's in the chat for Lovely. Lovely sent a $10 donation saying, thanks for joining my friend's Carved live the other night. Meant a lot to him. You really inspire him. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That was a lot of fun. He is super dope. And so are you. Thank you so much for that $10 donation, guys. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links are in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks 24. Santana Speaks 24 is the best way to support live. If you enjoy the information, education, entertainment, please consider donating. Everything is accepted. Anything's appreciated. Also, if you're over on YouTube and you would like to support, first and foremost, make sure you're liking the stream. Let's get those likes up. But also, guys, you can send a YouTube super chat, and I will read that YouTube super chat out for you. So, you know, do the things.
What does that mean?
What does what mean?
YouTube super chat.
Yeah, over on YouTube, if people want to actually get a message across, they can send a donation through YouTube and they can attach an actual message to it, and I will read the message out.
I'm not getting off topic. Did you make good money doing this?
Oh, doing what?
Do they send you enough money to like send messages?
I mean, even $1 is enough for me. I mean, have you seen this economy? Like, listen, one thing that I always say is anything is accepted and everything is appreciated. And when I say that, I absolutely mean it. If anyone is willing to actually send any of their hard-earned money to me, I don't care if it's $1, $100, $1,000. Like, I appreciate everything. So
I didn't say that you didn't appreciate it. I just asked.
Oh, you said worth it. I mean, everything's worth it because
No, I
people
didn't
work
say
hard
worth
for
it. I
their
go,
money.
You make money doing it.
I wish there were several people out here on our side making as much or more as Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
And what the fuck does he contribute? What does
I just like my whole point though, just to be clear with you and just to be straight and I mean this when I say this, like it doesn't matter what anyone sends because anything is appreciated and it's more than I would have gotten if they didn't send it. So everything is appreciated.
Okay, maybe I phrased it wrong. Can you make a living?
My point is that Charlie Kirk contributes nothing. I'd rather see people who actually contribute things.
I think Charlie Kirk's a moron.
But who follows him? MAGA people. The MAGA youth.
I voted for Donald Trump.
I'm surprised you don't. How old are you, Socrates?
50.
Really? I would have guessed in your 20s. So most people in their 20s do tend to follow him. Most of these young.
No, I'm pro-life, bro. I'm pro-life.
W's in the chat for Wendy. Wendy.
You're pro-forced birth. Now you want to be wrong on AD as well?
W's in the chat for Wendy. Wendy sent a $50 donation.
No, I'm pro-choice rather.
W's in the chat for Wendy. Wendy sent a $50 donation saying, "Can you drop Socrates?" Listen, Wendy, I normally don't do this, but for you, I absolutely will. Thank you so much, Wendy. You are absolutely too kind. Guys, massive W's in the chat for Wendy. Thank you so much, Wendy. Guys, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links are in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks 24 is the best way to support the live. Everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. And I genuinely mean that. RC, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? It's good to see you again.
Thank you. Listen, I just got back from the East Coast and like my allergies were, I was in the South visiting family and like the pollen is just so, holy smokes, it whipped my butt the whole time. So
yeah, my wife gets hit hard by allergies sometimes too. So it's not as bad out here. I definitely hear about the East Coast being.
No, I'm like I came home last night and my wife was like, "Why do you keep coughing?" I'm like, "Because everything is itching and like it's a whole thing."
The change of environment sometimes definitely can mess with you for a little while.
Yeah. Hold on. W's in the chat for Cinda. I think that's how you pronounce it. Cinda. W's in the chat. Thank you so much for the $4.99 YouTube super chat. Says, "Thanks for being here. It amazes me to learn what people think are facts." Listen, you're absolutely right. A lot of people don't have a real understanding of facts and they like to speak from their opinions. And, you know, I have a problem with that. But thank you so much. Holy smokes, guys, massive W's in the chat for Carol. Carol, thank you so much, Carol. Carol just sent a $50 donation. Thank you, Carol. It's good to see you back. You are amazing. Thank you, guys. That is too kind. I really appreciate it. Just everything. Thank you. Yeah. RC, I mean, I you know, it's weird. I've been off for a while. And I've been watching like TikTok. I don't know if you've noticed this, but it's like it's interesting how things aren't good across TikTok. And I don't know if it's just like my algorithm, but it doesn't seem good.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think I know some of the things you're referring to, and I feel the same way. There's a lot I feel like that. Well, without getting too much into it, I feel like we on our side, we self-sabotage in our own way. And I wish we could unite more.
You know, the thing that I think though, I think we're missing the point. Right. I think we're all really missing the point. And there's a couple of things that I plan on doing to actually really get back to it and try to drive that home. Because I feel like there's so much that we could be doing and there's so much that we're not doing. And I gotta figure it out because I keep looking around TikTok and I see a lot of people doing the same thing and arguing about a lot of the same things and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, man, we could do so much more.
we do need to find a more unified game plan. I feel like they have. I've often been kind of envious of the way they managed to unite on the right for all these years. 50 years I've watched them unite for one goal, and they got it. It was overturning Roe was their basic main thing.
Yeah,
they got it.
Listen, I mean, I've said this a million times, but there's a saying: the left falls in love, and the right falls in line. And you know that's what it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it because I think my wife should be back by now or close to being back, and I think we're gonna go see Sinners.
Oh, it's awesome! You haven't seen it yet?
No, I'm so excited.
It's amazing. I won't spoil it. It's awesome.
I'm
for me, it was like it's a very unique movie in a lot of ways too. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm excited about going to see the movie. I'm not excited about going to the movie theater. Like everything costs an arm and a leg, but
oh man,
I think this will be worth it. So
don't eat there, but definitely go.
Listen, you know you can take stuff into the movie theaters. Did you know that?
Oh, me and my wife definitely we snuck stuff in, snacks and water and whatever.
But listen, but you don't actually have to sneak stuff in. Like so, okay. So I used to work for a company. I'm not gonna necessarily say what company I work for, but I used to work for a company, and I had to interact with certain movie theaters, and I was speaking with like a movie theater owner or whatever. And we were talking about like how people sneak stuff in, and it was like, yeah, technically, we don't care that people bring stuff in. And like he said, as long as they're not, you know, bringing, you know, beef ribs or something large in.
Right.
It's like you could just Carol said took barbecue. They
right.
Yeah, but no, they're like as long as there's nothing like too outrageous, they don't care. They'll just let people in.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't actually paid for movie food unless we wanted to, popcorn or something, in a long time.
Yeah.
So for the most part, it's just pay for the ticket, and I still enjoy the big screen experience. And this one's worth it. Definitely.
Absolutely. Debbie's in the chat for Hilda, who sent a $5 donation saying, "Thank you for keeping us informed. Blessings." Thank you so much. You're absolutely amazing. And also, holy smokes, Debbie's in the chat for Sir Bobbles. What's up, Sir Bobbles? I missed you, friend. Sir Bobbles used his membership over on YouTube, and if you're over on YouTube, you can get a membership. It gets you access to the Discord. You get a bunch of different perks, including getting priority message read, like Sir Bobbles here. And also you get access to a bunch of really cool emotes. It's just like being a subscriber, but with a lot more benefits. Sir Bobbles sent a message and says, "Sinners is so much better in IMAX." Is that true, RC? Do I need to see it in IMAX?
No, honestly, I haven't been to an IMAX in a while, but I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. It's just for me, it's good enough to be a big screen.
Okay.
But I haven't been to it. There's not an IMAX really that close. I think there's one in the city.
Have you been to a 4D theater?
A 4D? No.
So I was in LA, and they have a 4D movie theater, and as a matter of fact, in the Chinese theater, they have a 4D movie theater, and we went to go see Black Adam in 4D. It wasn't worth it.
Nah. Well, I mean, that wasn't a good movie. As
it wasn't.
Out, you know. But no, that experience I'd be curious about.
Yeah, like it was, you know, you could feel the vibration, and like there was a point where he was flying past water, and then it actually like splashed up in my face. Holy smokes, Carol, you are so freaking kind. Guys, let's get the W's going again for Carol. Carol sent another $50 saying, "I've been gone for a while catching up." Carol, you are absolutely too kind. Thank you so much for that $50. And then Terrence sent $20 to say popcorn on me. Terrence, thank you so much for that $20. Guys, you all are absolutely amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, it like the 4D movie theater was a thing, and I don't know, like maybe if it was something else, then it would be more worth it.
Yeah, if they incorporate something that's like kind of, I don't know, I'd be worried about them doing smells, but I mean, if they could add something that was environmental in that way, but yeah, I don't know how much they could really push it. It'd be curious how much they could do.
Yeah. Anyway, RC, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm get dressed. I'm gonna go catch this movie. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, have fun, man.
Yep. I'll see you later, brother. All right, guys. I think that I'm gonna get out of here. I don't know. Listen, guys, I may be around later this evening. So I will say, catch me if you can. How about that? Catch me if you can. Let's go ahead and get out of here. It looks like who's live right now? It looks like who is this? Dan. Dan is live and he's got I'm really important. Dan's got I'm really important. So let's go raid Dan and IRI and Santana raid. Let's get over there. Guys, listen, thank you all for being here. Let's go ahead and hit this outro.
Emotional stability.
Listen, guys, it was so good to be back. It was so good to be back. I miss all of you. Listen, first and foremost, if you're not following this account, make sure you follow this account. This is going to be the alternate account for going forward. Guys, I'm really excited. At the time that I spent off, I did a lot of thinking and a lot of different preparation. And I got some really great stuff that I'm going to be doing. I promise you, things are going to shift. I feel like I need to do more, and I plan on doing more. And I want to do things that are going to benefit people. So I'm working on a lot of really great things. I promise you, it's going to be worth it. So just hang tight with me. Make sure you're following this account. We got to listen, guys. We're like 62,000 on the other account. We're not even at 8,000 on this account. So let's go ahead and fix this. Let's run it back up because this will be where we're at. But I promise you, we got big things coming. Listen, I love you guys. Thank you for all being here. Thank you for the likes, the taps, the shares, the gifts. Thank you for everything. Thank you for just being here. I love you. I love you all. Thank you, Amanda. And as always,